Hey everyone, this is Timothy Hicks, the Mortgage Tool, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mortgage Speaky. Today, I'm talking about Credit Karma, the good, the bad, and the ugly of Credit Karma. So what's good about Credit Karma? It's free, it's online, it's really easy to use. You put in some very basic information about yourself, and it's going to give you a credit score. The bad thing is that credit score doesn't really mean anything in today's financial world. And the reason for that is because it's based on a scoring model that hasn't been widely adopted by most lending institutions. The majority of lending institutions out there don't recognize it as a valid score. It's based on the Vantage score model, which came out in 2006, and it was brought to market by Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion as a means to compete with the granddaddy of them all, Fair Isaac Corporation. You've probably heard of it. Your FICO score is really what drives lending institutions and lending decisions regarding your credit score. FICO's been around since the 60s, or the Fair Isaac Corporation has since the 60s, and FICO scores are really kind of honed in the 80s and were adopted by lending institutions there. So it's entrenched. It's the granddaddy. It's on top of the mountain, and the Vantage score model just doesn't have the traction yet. It might get there, but currently that score doesn't mean a lot, if anything, to you. So what's the ugly of Credit Karma? The ugly is the heartache that you're going to feel if you base your buying decisions, or you think that you're going to be able to buy that home on Zillow that you fell in love with because you had a high credit score on Credit Karma. I've kind of deemed Credit Karma the participation trophy of all credit scorers because I've never run into someone who's had a bad Credit Karma score. Everyone's a winner with Credit Karma, it seems, but unfortunately with FICO, when we get down and dirty with brass taxes and we really want to see if you qualify for a home loan, your FICO score and the Credit Karma score aren't always the same, and that's ugly. So if you are serious about buying a home, whether it's in a month, 6 months, a year, 18 months from now, I would strongly encourage you to speak to a mortgage professional, shameless plug, and have a credit score run or a credit report run with your FICO score, and that's going to give you a good idea of where you stand and what you need to do moving forward to get into that home. If you have questions, let's connect. I'm Timothy Hicks, I'm the Mortgage Tool, and I'm here to help you own it.
I pity the fool who don't use the mortgage tool.